Hello, Jimbo.
Hey, babe.
I see you got your coconuts out in full view.
I'm on holiday, love.
Yes! Take them coconuts. Let's get this boat started.
Let's do it.
Yeah! Well, Jimbo, you know how this works. We're going to have a little kiki about your time on Drag Race UK versus the world. And I'm going to ask you to nominate your fellow queens in our juicy yearbook categories. But the only rule is you can't nominate yourself. Got it?
Okay.
Category is biggest drama queen.
Oh, definitely Bag of Chips. She was a drama queen.
We saw why she was the biggest, but was there anything that we didn't see that made her the biggest drama queen?
No, I think you basically got to see most the gist of it. She was, she was not afraid to share her feelings about having to sew and about these other bitches coming for her. And she was, really upset in the last episode because she didn't want to be the fat one, as she says, and she wanted to be loudly bowels.
The whole episode was just full of drama, and I think I can say this, the world was absolutely shocked to see that you were eliminated. Can we talk about how you felt? Because it seems like the show and being in front of RuPaul really meant a lot to you.
It really meant so much to me. It was my dream come true. I, spent every dime I had. We spent every dime we didn't have to put together these looks for the international stage. And at the time, I felt like I was doing really well. I was connecting with Ru. I was serving some amazing looks, and I was really enjoying myself on the show. So yeah, it was devastating when my time on the show ended. They edited out a lot of my outrage and sadness, which was, I'm glad, because I was a little bit worried because I looked absolutely unhinged and psychotic. I screamed from the bottom of my soul, louder than I have ever screamed ever. I was trying to make Pangina's head explode 2 studios over. And so they decided not to air that. And I'm kind of glad, because instead it was a really beautiful, emotional, tearful goodbye. And then we get to see Pangina read my lipstick message. So even though I'm not in the next episode, I will be in the next episode, because I did script a little special message for Miss Mangina.
We got a glimpse, and it was quite funny.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to have to talk about the challenge, the West End Wendy Rusical. Now, in hindsight, would you have chosen a different character?
I definitely would have chosen a different character. In hindsight, I definitely, I would have loved to be the Hairspray character. I loved that wig. I loved all the props. I think there was some questionable dealings with the basket. They told me to put the basket in front of my face.
Yeah, it was a bit strange. Were you surprised by the judges' critiques? Because I was like, that was the choreography?
I was definitely surprised, because I was specifically instructed to keep the basket in front of my face until that point. And so I thought that was a little bit shady and questionable for me to be literally someone conceived beforehand for me to have a basket in front of my face the entire time. And then literally they all said the same thing, which is, it feels like you were trapped inside that basket. And so that all felt really shady.
It was very shady. It came across as very shady, because I thought you did a great job. Talking of shade,
Category is shadiest queen.
I would say the shadiest queen of the season is probably Pangina, because she makes it seem like she's your friend. Like, she was like, right up to that elimination, she was like, Jimbo, you're so funny. Like, I'm so impressed by your timing and your comedic skills. And she's like, I love that you are just able to really take advantage of every moment. And I was like, oh my God, Pangina, I'm such a big fan of yours. And I really spent a lot of time with her, like beefing her up. And
then she sent you home.
She literally, the first chance that she got, she literally killed me. because she was knowing the Snatch Game was coming, and she was like, oh my God, it's gonna be Snatch Game and you're so amazing at Snatch Game. And so I was like, well, don't worry, girl, like I'll help you work on your character and I'll help you out and all that stuff. And then that shady bitch didn't even really listen. You can tell that entire time.
Wow.
She got her mind made up. She was saving her sister Jujubee, had her head up Jujubee's ass. The race is over. She's dabbing Jujubee on the cheek with her little shabby, shady little dress, and she's using it to dab her like a napkin.
Well, we need to talk about Jujubee just for a minute, because the episode started with you and Juju at loggerheads. Do you agree that she characterized you picking her name as like breaking this alliance?
You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. And I found it funny that this bitch has been on this show this many times, and that she was her first time that she imagined someone going, okay, well, if I save you, will you save me? I mean, that's the oldest question in the book in All Stars. That's the question that everyone asks. And so it's like, okay, well, just because I asked you that question doesn't mean we have an alliance. The alliance is if I decide to make the alliance with you after I've listened to what you freaking said.
Yeah, it's a game show as well.
It's a game show. And so we were trying to make an alliance. You know, Jujubee had said, like, she's like, yeah, you know, like I didn't really bring my strongest looks this season. I brought a lot of mall clothes that I'm hanging out to throw off the girls. And Cheryl had really brought so many incredible looks and costumes. She really was there for the opportunity. And I wanted to give her that shot. Of course, I love Jujubee, and I didn't want to have to choose either one of them. But at the end of the day, RuPaul, the other judges are saying, hey, you're sleeping, you're all locked away, Jujubee's tied up under the stairs. So, I mean, after those kind of critiques, why wouldn't I try to save Cheryl?
Yeah, that's completely understandable. And the fans, like, they feel that you should have been saved instead of Jujubee because of your track record, because you've done so well in the first weeks. What do you think about that?
Well, I think, of course, I should have. But I think, you know, I was taking up too much screen time from the favorites. And so they decided to get this bitch out of there so that the other girls have some more room.
But did you ever think Pangina would save you?
I knew she wasn't going to save me. I knew.
Ooh,
so
wow.
When I saw that little bit of confetti, all the ribbons shoot out, I knew that my time there had come to an end. And so I really just savored those last moments with Jujubee. But every moment on that show is just an opportunity to really be inside the moment in your dream. And, you know, even being at the bottom, it's still something. You're still at the top of the game when you're at the bottom on Drag Race. So I'm fine.
Category is Best Look.
I would say my favorite runway was probably my own.
You can't nominate yourself, Jimbo. I knew you were going to say yourself. I knew it.
Well, that's because you agree with me, Yshee. Who's your favorite look?
No, it's not about me. I love all the looks. You all girls are fabulous.
Oh my God, you little Miss Universe.
Yes.
Okay, the looks I loved Mo Hart's color palette. I wish that the corset, maybe the bra part fit a bit better. I thought like it was kind of strange to have like these breast cups, but then to have no breasts inside and them to just be completely empty. I thought that was kind of strange, but I did like the look. Pangina, she looked like she walked through some sort of kids' playground
area, yeah. Seen so many memes of Pangina's outfit. But speaking of memes, you, Jimbo, have become the meme queen of UK versus the world. You throwing ham slices at RuPaul, everything. How have you reacted to all the memes that you've seen?
It's been an absolute dream come true. You know, as a clown, it's just a dream come true to resonate with so many people and to make people laugh and to make more jokes out of my jokes. It's a dream. Yeah,
you did that. You really did that. The world absolutely loves you. And RuPaul loved you. RuPaul loved your vibe and your style. Was there anything that we didn't get to see? Any moments with you and Ru?
Well, there was this moment where she picked me up and she cradled me in her arms and she spun me in a circle and I just kicked my feet and I just laughed and laughed and she just spun me and I said, Mama, I'm getting dizzy. And she said, hang tight, baby, hang tight. I'm gonna cherish that forever. I remember feeling so small in her huge, giant man hands and arms. And I felt like I was on a swing in a huge, beautiful treehouse.
I picture that so vividly, and the girls must have been so jealous.
They were so jealous. They were in the corner, just sitting in their filthy little diapers, crying like a bunch of babies.
Category is Class Clown.
I would say that would have to be Miss Bega Check.
Yes.
You know, Bega is just so funny. She has such a sense of humor. She takes everything with a grain of salt, and I just think she's hilarious.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. And you two got along really well. And Bega said that she loved you so much. But Bega's getting so much negativity online because of like her runway looks and how she's acting. Was it different in the workroom or?
I think people just need to take everyone at face value, and people need to stop judging everybody for their choices as these characters. This isn't a documentary. This is a reality TV show. And I think everyone has to realize that the intention is to be entertaining. And not everyone is going to have the best week. Not everyone is going to act or do or say as we all expect. But that's the beauty of life. And that's the beauty of individuality, where people act in ways that are not necessarily the most flattering, but they're funny.
Absolutely. It's a pressure cooker. You're in a pressure cooker, and it's during a pandemic, so it's completely understandable. But I'm absolutely gutted that you're gone, because it's Snatch Game next week. I lost my mind. Can you tell us who you're going to be in the Snatch Game?
I was going to do either Amy Sedaris, Strangers with Candy, or I was going to do Bobcat Goldthwait, who is a comedian from the 70s and the 80s. I also was maybe do Shirley Temple. I had a whole bunch of different ideas. I had brought a little turtle named Shelly with me, a taxidermy turtle that traveled far and wide to be there. And unfortunately didn't make the cut, so that was quite sad.
Oh, that's quite sad, because your Snatch Game on your original season was everything. So I was so excited.
Oh, thank you. That's actually how I got on this cruise. I won this cruise, and I'm on doing my Jonah Rivers on my Snatch Game, and I wish I was able to do the next Snatch Game. Oh.
Category is Miscongeniality.
It's probably maybe the little umbrella, that little drink umbrella. With the lime on it?
With the lime on it, that little umbrella. Your little friends that you made throughout the season.
I would say that little umbrella is Miscongeniality.
You know what, Jimbo? We'll take it.
Thank you.
Well, Jimbo, just to round things up, we're going to finish off with a yearbook quote. It can be absolutely anything. Hit me with it, baby.
My yearbook quote would be, "You hungry, mama?" When I just threw my bologna literally across the studio. That was a one-shot take. I threw that bologna from the edge of the stage all the way to Mama Ru, and she caught it. And that was literally, I'm not a sporty person. I know I look really sporty. I know I look like I'm full of sports, and I'm like exercising, and I'm playing basketball and soccer and stuff, but I'm actually not sporty. And I threw that piece of bologna like I was sporting.
Jimbo, thank you so much for your time. I'm wishing you all the best. I have a great cruise. I love you. Can't wait to see you and put my face in those big old ditties.
Do it, Yshee. Do it. Don't threaten me with a good time. I love you, Yshee. I'll see you in the UK.
I'll see you there too. Take care. Bye.
Bye, babe.